This is our mansion. You may have been here before as we worked on this, so you may have seen this before, but for anyone who may not have, this is the exterior of our mansion. And then the interior we worked on for a fundraiser back in May, and we took requests if people donated. Depending on how much they donated, they could request specific things. So this is what we have so far in this house. We've got this room over here as well. We've got a plant room over here. Just a room full of plants. We've also got our pastel kitchen. And then upstairs we have our woohoo room that we had to randomize a rug for, and then we kind of based the room around the rug. We have our bathroom in here. That's what that looks like. And then we have our game room over here. As you can tell, we do still have a bunch of empty rooms. But this is our game room. Very cozy. And then last time we finished off with working on a D&D themed dungeon. So that's what we're going to be finishing off today, and then we'll move on to our next room. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we've been working on. I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. We kind of put things out on the walls and on the table, and today I kind of want to organize them to look a little bit better. I'm trying to think. My brain is telling me, oh, someone said something that should be added that I didn't get to add last time, but I think it was just cheese. I was hoping that I could find some loose cheese to put on the table, but I don't think I would. I don't think that's a thing. Does anyone know who Mexico is going against next? England tomorrow. Gotcha. Tough game for both sides. Thank you, Mags. I appreciate it. It's looking very good. Thank you. Cheering for both, but cheering for Mexico a little extra. Oops. Fair enough. That's fair. You've got your roots there, so. All right. I don't like that there's a seam in this wall here, but that's okay. Where do I start? Okay, keys. Oh, you know what? Let me turn on cheats first. Oops. There we go. No. Testing cheats true. BB.move. Nope. Objects on. BB.objects. Okay. No. It helps if I hit the right buttons. Mexico is having a great World Cup. Nice. Playing really well and consistent. Nice. I think the US won this past weekend. Okay. Would it be weird to do something like this? It's almost like you have to figure out which key goes to the door. Like maybe you have to answer a riddle and pick which key goes to the door, and if you use the wrong key, then something bad happens. Wouldn't that be fun? That's D&D-esque, right? Okay. We've got our barrel with drinks over here. I remember going Viva la Mexico at the beginning of the World Cup with my friends, and I think TikTok heard me because I keep getting Mexico content now. Yeah. That's really funny. TikTok said, "Oh, you want this? Is this what you want?" That's funny. I guess we could do all of our like travel and nautical things over here. Maybe we can make like a gallery wall or something. Kind of at a mental block because I did kind of want it to be like these were almost like windows here. But I don't know, like maybe I should center them and then does this come in a lighter brown? I think, oh, actually, maybe it's too light. That's okay. Maybe we, like, hold on. And maybe this becomes more of a bigger piece back there. Do something like this. It's not matchy-matchy, but I feel like that's okay. I mean, it's not wrong, but I do want, but also it's all it gives me now. Oh no, they said, oh, you love this content, so this is everything that we're gonna feed you from now on. That's not ideal. Do we have like wall sconces that kind of look like candles? Wall lights. We have like a mason jar one, but that's more cottagecore than anything else. I'm sure in the castle pack or whatever it would be one. Is that too cottagecore? All right. Now let's organize the stuff on the table. For those of you who play D&D, does this room need anything else? Maybe it needs like a console table there, actually. Actually, let's save here real quick. Click G again. There we go. I'm gonna say this is the DM's seat, and this would be the DM's book. So this way. It has a bookshelf. Yes, it does. Over here. On that opposite wall there. Okay. This. Oh, shoot. A little bit more. Oh. And these tomes go here. The bread goes on this side. Oh, you know what? Do we have like loose mugs that we could put around the table too? Maybe this person has never played before, so they need those to help them. Oh, this is way too far out. Hold on. No. What's this? Oh, ink. Sure, we have a left-handed DM. What about... We'll do that. This person needs their glasses. This is a picture for the table. I think I'm going to move this a little bit closer to the center. And then move this there. Sure. What did I just say I was going to add? Mugs. Thank you. Mug. There's a mug holder, but that doesn't really help. What about cup? We've got... These would be like... Oh, that's measuring cups. Interesting. Cupcakes. Oh, but the cupcakes disappear. Boo. This kind of looks like a medieval contraption. Right? This is a cupcake machine. I am supposed to add one huge item. You know what? Actually, hold on. What if... I have an idea. What if I did this? I'm supposed to add one huge item. This could be our huge item. And what I can do... Ooh, what I can do, actually... No, the other way. Is this can be the secret door. Yeah. That's the secret door. And that leads to a room, to a hallway that takes you into the cupcake room, where then you can go and make yourself cupcakes for your D&D session. Right? Did I not? Interesting. Okay. I like the idea. Right? And then it's just a little cupcake room that no one knows about. What if... Hold on. You know what'd be really funny, though? Hold on. Okay, let's see how far out can I do this? Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a little something a little chaotic, a little silly, but I think it's really funny. You don't have to agree with me, but you may have to accept it, depending on how much I like it. Can I delete these walls? No. Why can't I delete those walls? Oh well, whatever. Okay, and now do this, and the room goes out. And then I think we probably... That's so random and so cool at the same time. Well, I mean, that's what the wheel spin did to us, is add a huge item. We're just doing it in a very unique way. You can only access the cupcake room by completing a quest. Exactly. Maybe it's like, I don't know, a more... like a riddle situation again. You have to get down that hallway. Okay, let's see. There we go. The floor all looks good. Yeah. Now you just have this really long hallway. It makes me laugh. I think it's really funny. I like it. All right, so let me check off the huge item thing. Do you think that counts as a huge item though? I guess chat, I need you to tell me. Does the cupcake thing, does this count as a huge item? Let me know. Because if it does, then I'll cross that out. All right. It does? Okay. I've got one person saying it does. Black. I want to paint the outside of all of this black so that it's less distracting. Paint the insides of these as well. Great. And then I'm going to make the floor in there black as well. Again, so that it's less distracting. Okay. Great. That's quite the tunnel. Did you see what I put at the end? Did you see? Did you see? We have a hallway. And then we have a cupcake machine at the end. Can I make this hallway even smaller, actually? Because it's funny if it's like a really thin tunnel, you know? A really thin tunnel. And then at the end, cupcake machine. Right? Save. How whimsical, thank you. How you doing, Skinny G? How was your trip? And how's your weekend? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could center. Maybe I'll undo what I just did, because I do want the hallway centered with the door. That makes the most sense to me. Yeah, that's fine. Save. You know what'd be even better? Do we have any doors that look like they're like locked down? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the, like, but that's a pet door. I don't have the pack with the like safe door. But what if it's a door for every riddle? You know what I mean? So it looks like you've reached the end, and if you're not savvy enough, you don't get to go through. Oops. We could just put more book doors, I guess. But wouldn't that make it obvious? Or should we do different doors for every single wall? Let's do dark brown. Then it looks like but then it doesn't look like you've hit the end. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Trip was great. We had a blast, even with it being very hot. I'm so glad to hear it. What was your favorite part of your trip? I got some really nice pictures. I'm just working through, but I'll send them in the Discord when I'm done. Yay! I'm so excited to see them. That's so exciting. I know. I feel like, you know, the trip itself is fantastic and fun and all good. And then after the trip, you have to sort through all your pictures and you're like, but which ones do I share? That for me is always a really hard part, is like, I don't know what I want to share, especially because I take thousands upon thousands of pictures. So that's, yeah, I just create problems for myself. I'm always terrible about taking vacation pictures. Are you? See, that's good because you're enjoying yourself. Versus me, I take a lot of pictures. Literally, sometimes in one trip, thousands. Which is why... Oh, we have a light down there. Which is why I have yet to sort through all of the pictures that I recently got access to again. Because I know it's going to be oh God, I don't know, tens of thousands of pictures that I have to go through. And I do want to see them. I need time to go through them. Okay, I think I need like a little console table on that wall or something. Ooh, there's a thing in MTL called the Biodome, which is an indoor zoo where the animals can kind of wander around. There were a lot of cute things in there. Oh my gosh. An indoor zoo where animals can kind of wander around. That you got to visit? I'm terrible about taking pictures of like the things we see. I take pictures of flowers. Oh my God, I love that so much. That is also me. Yeah, I usually steal my partner's pictures and we go with that. Yeah. Fair. So fair. Okay, we want tables, lighting, surfaces, like accent tables. And then we want to go for a dark brown again. Let's see. Maybe this is the table where, I don't know, I almost feel like this group would be like, you have to immerse yourself as much as possible into the world. So we want you to like leave all your modern gadgets, including your phone and stuff, in here so that we can fully immerse ourselves into the game. You know what I mean? Just based on the amount of detail this room has, I feel like that wouldn't be out of the question for this D&D group. To be fair, the whole point of going to the Bellagio Conservatory is the flowers and decor that changes a few times a year. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I would spend hours in there, to be completely honest. It sounds magical. I really like wildflowers, so whenever I'm out and about and I see a wildflower, I usually take a picture of it. Or I take one to like press it, because I like pressed flowers. I don't know if there are any tables that quite fit the vibe. All of them look a little bit too like polished. Maybe this one. Do we have a phone? Like they have basically open habitat minus the alligators, fair enough, and there's a walkway above it. It's also dropped off so the birds inside can free roam. Oh my gosh, that sounds magical. Like a macaw could have landed on my shoulder if it wanted to. Wow, that's so cool. And you said, okay, MTL is Montreal. I'm guessing. I had never seen that abbreviation before, but makes sense. Okay, that phone's disappeared. That phone's disappeared. Like, yeah, nothing. It's a little too modern still. Okay. What can we have on this table? Do we have keys anywhere? What I'm going for. I guess we can have a lamp. Oh, an oil lamp would be good. Like this. What else? Let's take a look at maybe some clutter. Oh, here's some, like a teacup and stuff that we could use. Do you need tissues when you're D&Ding? Could put some tissues here. Just a hint of modern amenities. A notebook to sign in, maybe? What's this? A scent bowl. mortar and pestle. That'd be kind of fun to like just have up here for like decor. I might have to rearrange everything. Ooh! Dice of Giants! That goes in here, right? We definitely need the Dice of Giants. We just put it up there for now. We'll rearrange everything. We were both excited to be home, though. We miss Soupy. I bet! How is Soup? How did Soup do at their grandparents' house? Did it go okay? I know you were kind of concerned about leaving her there. Let's see. What else makes sense? I mean, a bag? A backpack, maybe? Someone left their bag up there? Yeah, I think that's fine. So let's kind of arrange everything here. I kind of want this in this corner. You can have some tissues. We'll have this here. Maybe the bag can go on this side because they put it down as they entered. Maybe the dice is the centerpiece here. And then the notebook goes here. Just scooch the dice a little bit. Yeah? Does this come in a different color? Yeah. I like it. We can add more tea, maybe. Somewhere here. And one more person likes tea. This person likes tea. Sure. Pencil holder. She did great. My parents have a large house so she could run around. I was never worried about how my parents would do, just worried because sometimes she doesn't eat if we're not home. Right, because she has a separation anxiety, right? My mom made a Google Photos album of her vacation and there were almost more pics in it than our Montreal album. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, that's precious. If you, if there were any that you feel comfortable sharing and you want to share, also feel free to send us soupy vacation pics because those sound fantastic. We all have separation issues, yeah. So fair, so fair. I'm gonna put a basket here on the floor as well. For some reason that feels correct to me. Okay, again, anyone who plays D&D, does this room need anything else? Or if this were your D&D room, what would you want to see in it that maybe we don't have yet? You know what? Maybe I feel like we need something on this wall. Decorations. The parents who said they'd never get a pet. Well, maybe they're just more appreciative of the pet because they can send it home at the end of the day. Maybe they're like, this is perfect. We get a nice little dose and then we get to send it home. That's so funny. That's really pretty. That's a fair point. Okay, Mag says he loves it. If you know of something that you would want to add, speak now or forever hold your peace. I don't know what this is. What is this? Your neighborhood billboard. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend that this is kind of like a cork board they could use. Yeah. Right? My parents hired a maid service for the first time because of all the cat hair. Oh my gosh. Does Soupy shed a lot? Cadet sheds a lot. It's not terrible though, but the problem is I have a white rug in the living room, so we have to vacuum it every week or else it looks really dirty, but it's all just cat hair. Okay. All right, this is our D&D room. Hopefully I'll like it. We have our timeout chairs. We have our secret door to the hallway, to the random doors to the cupcake room. We've got snacks. We've got... I feel like I need to move those books. Hold on. Yes. Good. Yeah. I think it looks good. She's a shedder for sure, and it's white so you see it everywhere. Yeah, that's fair. But she's so cute. She's just so precious. It's not her fault she sheds. Okay. So the next room that I want to build is our underground pool. Indoor pool, but also underground. And again, my idea for this is to make it into like looking like a cave. So what I'm thinking is literally coming in and putting rocks everywhere, along the walls, everywhere, so that it looks like a cave. This might take me a hot second, but I really, really want to try and make this vision happen. So hopefully y'all are willing to go along the ride with me. But yeah, that's my idea. And then if anyone has ever gone on like a cave tour or anything, then you know that sometimes they'll light the pools they'll light the like waterways in the caves. That's kind of what my idea is for this. I also kind of want to start out with maybe making the pool. We'll have the rocks over here real quick. I kind of want to start out with making the pool so that the only light that we're getting in this room is maybe some dim wall sconces, and then the rest of it is coming from the pool itself. Now, I hope this works. Okay, I have confirmed you can make a pool in a basement, so that's good. I might freeform it, and we might need to make this room a little bigger, actually. Okay. We might have to adjust the shape later, but we'll see. Oops. I don't know exactly how I want it to be shaped. So we'll just shape it like this for now. Yeah. And then let's grab some lighting. We could do floor lights or the side lights. Tomato? Pulse panels. I never realized the texture on the water looked like that. Weird. Or we could do the floor lights. I think I want to do that. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's put our options up here. Like this. Maybe not. Whoa. That looks kind of cool. Maybe this. I want like a very ethereal look. This would be a light that would be in here, so I'm going to put that up there. Maybe. This might also be a light that we would put up here. Put these in this corner over here. Okay. We want this to be the vibe. Oops. That's not centered. There we go. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Let's see. I think... does this come in a different color? Yeah. I feel like I might want to do the wooden one more though. All right, and then we can have these kind of sitting around the room to add more light. Thank you so much for watering your streamer, Tomato. Alrighty. Now we get to play with rocks. And my vision kind of, let's see. Let's look at our options here. I'm thinking maybe these here. Too big. And then it doesn't really matter if we cut into the wall because we're not going to be using that other side, at least as far as I know. And we can probably raise everything as well. So I don't want... It would be really fun. Hold on. Could we put... Like, is there a really short stool, like, that we could put in this rock that they would... that the Sims would then be compelled to sit in? That'd be kind of cool, because then we could get them to sit in the exact, like, look like they're sitting on the rock itself. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'd have to test it to see if it would actually work, but for now, that's the idea that we're going for. Here we go. Let's see. Let's make it smaller. Can we? Yes, we can. Okay, great. And then the other question is, like, what exactly? Oops. How do we want to paint the walls so that it, like, if the rocks aren't doing their job, do we have like a more cool toned version of this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we do that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. do want more of a pointy rock. Maybe, oops, here. And put hopefully this won't look too samey. Oops. Okay. Are y'all seeing my vision for what I want? Like, I want to create cave walls. If I had the tool mod and knew how to use it well, that would probably be the best way to do this. But for now, I'm just doing what I can with what I've got. That was weirdly lit for a second. Oh, weird. Let's see. Turn this way. Fill the space, I think, first. Does that look big? Is floating, so that's not gonna work. Oh, I already did that one. Hold on. That one's right there. The same exact angle. Let's do this one big. See how that goes. Lighting hits weird once you hit a certain point in the wall. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go. Space back here. And maybe there. Okay. I don't know how much I'll be able to build up and make it look realistic, because if we had more flat faces on the rocks, that might work a little bit better. But we do not. So that one just used. Up. Turn this way. What if we just cram her back here? Yeah. Oh, that's the same rock. Hold on, let's turn it so that it doesn't look exactly the same. Okay. Ads are going to be starting in about 3 minutes. Thank you so much for sticking around for ads and helping support me in our stream. I really appreciate it. I need to add another light because I couldn't see. Let's try up here. Can we turn this around and scooch that into the wall? We can, but we're going to need something under it. So let's do this. Bring that up. Maybe scooch that into the wall. Sure. This just a tad. That there. Lift this. Maybe make it smaller. Down. Doesn't look right there. There we go. This up. I don't know why I could clearly see the vision for what I wanted for this room. It's almost like I have a memory of someplace that was like this. But I know I've never been to a room like this, so I'm wondering if I saw something. I don't know. It's very weird, but I do have a very clear vision. I don't struggle with the vision of things. Like my imagination doesn't struggle. My execution is where I struggle. Probably from a movie / show. Yeah, it must be. I can't remember where, and it's driving me crazy. Up here. Up. Push this here. How do y'all think that looks so far? Do you think I've made a realistic rock wall so far? Do you feel like you're inside a cave yet? Kind of feels more like the seashore than a cave, which is fine. It's still kind of what I wanted. Should we do just one center one? Thank you so much for the follow, Key Cove. Welcome in. Thank you so much. I think that means, yep, we're one follower away from 250, which is wild. There's caves at the seashore, so that works. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There are caves at the seashore. Okay. All right. I don't know how far up I want to build them, so maybe we keep the rocks kind of closer down to the ground. And we can work our way around this way now. This way. There we go. I didn't even try to tongue twister you on that one. Wait, does that mean you sometimes do try to tongue twister me? Are you secretly trying to tongue twister me? Occasionally, that would be really funny, honestly. Let's see. Can we make a big one here? Yeah, let's do that. Lift this up just a little bit. There we go. Referring to the she sells seashells by the seashore tongue twister. Yes, yeah. I'm wondering if anyone in chat ever like purposefully types something into chat to try and tongue twister me, which would be very funny. Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. That works. That works. Let's raise this up. And then, okay, what? Oh, that's the exact same rock that's below it. Never mind. Maybe? What state are you in today, Breakos? I don't think I want to use any of these like lighter gray rocks. I think it'll just end up looking like it doesn't belong. Save too, before I forget. Okay. Nebraska, and not even the corn half of Nebraska. So the grass fields part of Nebraska, I actually don't think I've driven through Nebraska before. I knew someone from Nebraska, but I don't think I've ever been there. Yeah, let's do something like that. Yeah, grassy hills and the void. Gotcha. So when you look in the distance, there's nothing. Actually, what if I made this bigger under this? Does that... It's kind of nice. And then maybe what we can do is we can add like a little... Almost like... Again, in my head, this place kind of... Hold on, can I do a platform here? This place kind of, to me, is like a spa cave. Does that make sense? Where do I do platforms? I play The Sims sometimes. There they are. Okay. Flat square. Oh no, sorry. Wrong one. There we go. Square platform. So I want there to be a raised area here that is... I can move this way, right? Oh shoot, but then can I not put a wall here? I can. Okay, great. And then let's fix this to be that wall again. But then what I want is I want to have like a wooden, almost, I don't know, lounge / bath area. A spa area. Where is that beat up bath? Yeah, this one. This is kind of my vision. Hold on. Oops. Shoot. We can bathe here, and then we've got some little couches for you to hang out on too. Just a nice cozy space. Now, what kind of couch would you find in a spa? Something like this? It's not quite cozy enough. I want it almost... But I do want it rustic, because everything else is kind of rustic. If you stand on top of a hill, you can probably see Oklahoma. Oh no. Where's your final destination in driving through Nebraska? Or is Nebraska your final destination? This might be too much. Is this too much? I feel like it might be. It could also be just the right amount. I'm not sure. Doesn't quite fit with my vision though. Okay. What would the style be? Mid-century maybe? No. Vintage? No. Modern. Shabby. No. Because I'm thinking that the spa area would be modern. So something that's not I don't know. Maybe I'll play with this a little bit more. Heading to Iowa, don't applaud. Okay, I will not applaud. Tell me how you feel about Iowa. Have you shared your feelings about Iowa with us before? Oh wow, I didn't know that the rugs would do that on platforms where it like splits it into different levels. Interesting. I don't know. I kind of want something patterned. I don't know what color though. What looks like a rug that would be in a cave, right? What about this for the luxury of it? Oh, it's just slipping under the platform for some reason. That's weird. Kind of like that. That's kind of my vision. I also kind of want to have a little like bar situation here, but not a bar where there's an actual bar, just like a spot where you can grab some drinks, you know? Maybe a mini fridge. Like where you would see this and there would be drinks to grab from there, you know? Hello, Feather. Welcome in. How are you? It's corn. That's about it. Gotcha. Okay. So, similar to Nebraska. It's corn and that's about it. How are you doing, Feather? We are currently working on an indoor pool area that is kind of cave themed and also kind of underground spa themed. Why? Because my brain told me to. Been doing okay. It's been a high anxiety week. I'm getting through it. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sending you all of the good, calm vibes. I feel you on that for sure. I'm glad you're getting through it though. You're doing great. All right. I just don't really want little rocks sticking out. Imagine being barefoot around the pool and then there's a little rock sticking out of the ground that you don't see and you stub your toe. Ugh, no thank you. Sure, that works. Scooch that in. turn this maybe around a little bit. Oops. Here, maybe? Of course. Do you have anything going on this weekend? Any plans going on? We're just kind of chilling. Something doesn't feel right there. Be a little bit lower. Oh, that's just part of the rock. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I kind of have this door to be like a nice little modern entrance to this space. I also haven't figured out what I want to do with the floor. Let's see. We do have different options for stone floors. Could do something like this. Sure, that works. And then maybe we want to add a platform trim. Platform trim, there we go. Yeah, trying to help my nervous system as much as I can. That is a good plan. We stand this plan. I like it. Yeah, I needed to do a reset right before stream as well, because oops. I don't know why I was like buzzing this morning. I was like, I need to get stuff done. I need to get stuff done. I need to get stuff done. And I'm like, no, you need to rest because you can't do too many things in a row all at once. And I didn't rest at all yesterday because we were so focused on packing up this room. So it's like, just go and lay down for a while before stream. So my body was, I don't know. It was like, you can't stop. You must keep going. And I'm like, well, I literally cannot keep going, or else I'm going to make myself very sick. I was going to say, I'm excited to be able to like finally move and then be able to settle down a little bit and relax. And then I was like, you're not going to relax when you move. You will then have to plan out how to put all the furniture in your new space, and like how to set up your new stream room, and how to set up your bedroom, and how to set up the living room, and you're gonna have to literally plan out everything. So what are you talking about relaxing? Ha! That's so funny. I'm so funny. Relaxing is not gonna happen probably for a very long time. At least not like, you know, extended periods of relaxing. I'm gonna need to get stuff done. Sure, that works. All right. Well, either way, feel free to use me to help you relax, to be background noise while you relax. Feel free to participate in chat if you want to, but if you just want to lurk and hang out, that's totally fine too. Either way, we're happy that you're here. And if I can provide some sort of backdrop to your relaxing or whatever you're doing today, I'm so happy to get to do that. Don't forget, you need to get the Zelda rug in every room of your house. I don't remember you donating $150,000, Brakos, or else I would have totally made that happen. Oh my gosh, can you imagine someone who has that kind of money to donate coming in and just making a huge request like that? That would be wild. I wonder what an entire house themed after the Zelda rug would look like. And I love that we call it a Zelda rug. No one else is going to know what that means except for the people who have been like hanging out in stream for a while. No one else is going to know. What would that house look like? I wish we could like, you know, make it into a tapestry and I would need the tool mod in order to really get that house how I wanted it, I think. But the tool mod is like, it's really involved to learn. It's a lot to learn. Let's turn that and then lift it up a little bit. Sure. Except when you're playing Zelda, then it's the Sims rug. Well, yeah, true. Very true. I didn't think about it like that, but you're so right. I think I'm not going to add any rocks on this side, right here by the entrance, just because they would probably clear the rocks for that entryway. But we can keep pulling them over this way. What happens if we make this bigger? Yeah. Let's put this here. Yep. Actually, I kind of like it scooted forward a little bit. And then we raise me up. Yes. Dracos, do you know if you're going to be streaming anytime soon? No pressure. I just was curious. Since you got your charger back, you can make things happen now. Okay. Raise this up. Okay. And then I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just filling the space. This is kind of like how I do some of my art, is like kind of making things happen until they happen. You know what I mean? Like until everything looks balanced and good. That's kind of what I'm going for here, is just, if I put something here, does it look like it belongs? I think I need to also practice making things smaller. Wait, where'd my rock go? Let's do this. Nope. This way maybe? Smaller, and then up a little bit. Does that work? Maybe one more down. And sidle it in there. Sure. Hopefully sometime this weekend. Depends on the internet when I get done for the day. Gotcha. Okay. That's fair. It's very dependent on last minute things. Got it. I'll be looking out though. I'll be watching. I should watch Monsters, Inc. again. I haven't watched that movie in a while. In a long while. I think I do kind of want to pile this area up a little bit more. Let's do... Yeah. Okay. Enough rocks. I could also maybe, depending on the... it's just, since they have such flat bottoms, I was thinking I could probably like put some rocks in the wall and make it look decent. But since they have such flat bottoms, it's just so obvious that they aren't supposed to go in the wall. If they were more rounded or if I could tilt them, then it would be better. All right. I think, let's see. There's a way, oh, the trim, the pool trim, hold on. I should probably make it like a dark gray, maybe? Actually, I like the dark brown better. Do I? No, that's okay. All right, we can try making, can we paint the walls of the pool? I'm gonna play around with the pool tools for a second. Speaking of which, I gotta get back on the road, so we'll see you next time. Sounds good. Drive safe, Breakos. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'll be looking out to see if you stream sometime this weekend. Drive safe. Enjoy the flat nothingness. Stone trim. Okay, so fountain trims. Okay, so we don't have a fountain. I thought that you could like, can you dye the color of the pool? I thought that that was a thing. Nothing to change. I also could have sworn that you can paint the walls in the pool, but maybe you can't in the basement because if you put a pool down, the basement walls and floor would be what you're painting, but if you put a pool down in the basement, there is no level that you can add walls and flooring to it below that. I might be wrong. I might just be doing something wrong, but I don't know. I was under the impression that that was the case. Because I know I did it in the pool that's above ground here. Hold on. That one over there. So that must be the case. Well, that ruins the illusion a little bit, but oh well. Let's see. What else? Oh, there we go. Must be applied to pools or fountains. This is a pool. What do you mean? I don't understand. Did I do the pool wrong? Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Can we delete the pool? No. Not what I meant. Is it a pool now? I don't even know. Oh, there we go. No. All right, well, it's not considering it a pool. Don't know why, but it isn't. But I do want to add, do like a pool fence. Or, sorry, ladder. Okay. Oh, here are the underground ones. Wait, the blooming lights go on the water? Oh, shit. I didn't know that. That's fun. I don't know if they... Well, if we're considering it a spa, why not, right? Let's see. Let's do that color. Nope, where was I? Pool objects. ladder. I think I want the ladder to be on this side somewhere. Let's come in different colors. Yeah, let's do black. I was gonna say the black one, but I didn't really like that one. Silver and black is good. I could paint the bottom of the pool, but that's not really what I want. Pond effects. I don't think much would really be growing in this cave situation. Unidentified submerged object. Sure. Why not? Hello, Lizzie. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. We are currently working on our indoor cave pool. Fish fountain. Oh, no. Frog. Frog fountain. That's cute. Okay. No. Water styles. Yeah. I can't use the water styles, which is a bummer. That's okay. Maybe there's submerged treasure over there. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there would be any like paintings on the walls or anything, which is fine. But we can kind of try and decorate this area a little bit. All right. I'm good. I've been touching some grass today, so I'm a bit sunburned. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you've been touching grass though. How was it? Also, do you have aloe? I'm doing okay. I'm very tired, but I'm really excited about getting this room, like doing this room, because I've had this like very clear vision of what this room should look like since I put the words indoor pool on our wheel spin. Sorry, forgot the word on our wheel spin for the fundraiser. So I really wanted to make an underground cave pool. Don't know why, but that was the vision. So that's what I went with. I might not want any lights in the pool now that I think about it. All right. So again, the vision for this is like a lounge / spa area in this cave. We probably want a coffee table. Everything else in this cave is pretty rustic, but I feel like this spot here would be a little bit more modern. So I'm okay with leaning more modern for that. It was really nice. We were at my cousin's place and ate pizza and ice cream in the sun. Oh my gosh, that sounds like such a nice day. That sounds like a blast. How warm is it there today? Is it back to being pretty toasty? Bath mat might be nice in front of the pool. Or pool. Bath, right? The tub. Oh, too tropical. What do we want to use as a bath mat? I like the pool area. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. I did my best. It took me a long time to get the rocks all put down. No, that doesn't feel right. I kind of just want a plain rug. was around 23 Celsius, I think, but a bit windy, so it was actually preferable to sit in the sun. Gotcha. Okay. So warm, but not warm enough to make it feel cold if the wind was blowing. Where's that plain rug I saw? I guess we could do this. I wish we had more colors of this. That's kind of what I want, but what if we did this one and made it smaller? Oh shoot, if you make it smaller, it drops down. Oh, there we go. Okay, I raised it. That works. Oops. Okay, now let's play with the colors. Blue, green. I'm gonna go with blue. That's kind of nice. And like I said, I want a little bar space that they can pull some drinks from. Right here. Yeah, it was around 73, 74, I believe, but the wind did make it colder. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so a pretty nice temperature. That's about as warm as I want it to get. So it's like at that maybe mid 70s tops. And then I'm like, it's a little too much. Okay. Bar. Like I said, I don't want like a full bar. I just want a spot where they can grab drinks from. Something like this, but we already have that in the... Whoa. That would have been good in the D&D room. Oh yeah, I should show you the D&D room, Lizzie. So we finished that up. Give me a second to find bar. Oh. Thank you so much for watering your streamer, Tomato. Okay. Where is... I guess this is the closest thing. This is the closest thing to what I'm looking for. A bit lighter wood. And then where's the wine that goes in it? Bottle. Like, yeah, this. 'Cause these go in it. Let's make some pink. And then we can make some blue. And we'll make some green. Here. Yes, D&D room. Let me show you real quick. All right, here it is. This is our D&D room. We kind of just reorganized the stuff that we had put down last time. So now each person has like the glasses, the mug. Maybe this person's new at D&D, so they need the like guides. This is the DM. They have an ink bottle to make their notes. We've got snacks. We've got a little console table that everyone can put their stuff down onto and sign in. I put a billboard up here, but in my head it's like a cork board that they can put notes on and stuff. Found this giant die, found this giant die, thought it was appropriate. We organized the stuff along the wall. Which now that I'm thinking about it, I think that these lamps are more suited to this room than these mason jar lamps. I just couldn't find some. I couldn't find this one. But this is definitely better suited, I think. So yeah, let's change that. Then over here, not much changed other than me kind of making that picture bigger and organizing it. And then you'll either love this or hate this. I added the book door to this. It might be difficult, but it would be nice to try and have a DM screen. I can't think of anything in the game that we have that could be a DM screen. I really want one. It would make it even more realistic, but do you know of anything that I could try and finagle into a DM screen? Let me know. But yeah, this part, I added the book door here, and we were supposed to add a huge item to a room. And so I decided to add the cupcake machine, because it kind of looked like a medieval contraption. But then I decided to add it down this really long hallway. And so for each of these doors, my idea was they have to answer a riddle to get through each one. So there's 3 doors that they have to get through. And then at the end of this hallway is the cupcake machine. And that's their reward for getting through the hallway of riddles. So yeah. I needed to add some chaos to it. It just felt correct. I'll try and think. Okay, yeah, let me know. I was trying to think, like, because I know that the kids have folders in their backpack. I think you can see the folders in the backpack or something, but I don't think we have anything like a folder that I could then try, like an open folder, you know what I mean? I don't know if any of y'all did this in elementary school, but we had like minute math quizzes where you would have a minute to solve as many math equations on the sheet of paper you were given as possible, but we all sat next to each other, so we would have our folders like blocking off our answers on either side. I was like, what if I could do that in The Sims? But I don't think we have any folders that are opened up like that. I don't think. But I'm glad you love it. Thank you very much. I like it. I think it's fun. Okay, let's see. Let me put some more wine up here. Go. Where'd my wine bottle go? Wine? There we go. Yeah, something like that. And then maybe we can add some candles to this space. And maybe a tall one here. Let's see, what else? Oh, we could do the magazine. This one here would make sense to me. Hold on, let me move this down here. This with a coaster. And maybe... yeah. I think this is fine. What else? What else do you need in an indoor pool? Oh, maybe we can do like a towel rack or something? Ooh, there's a magazine rack here. That could be good. Hold on. Could I potentially scooch this over just a tad and then fit it here? Yeah. Okay. Oops. There we go. Let's come any other colors. Yeah, maybe something like that. Ooh. Okay, okay. That's a fantastic idea. I love that. Hold on. Let's... Something... Oh. Something like that. Okay, that's as small as it gets. So, could we do... But of course, I do want this in here, so... And then... Ah! I can just... Go this way. And we put it right here. Is that good? If they were just like a little bit smaller. Oh, actually, this might make it better. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. That works, right? I feel like that works. Let's just scooch this one a little bit over. Okay, the ink bottle is clipping. So I'm going to move this and then put it right here. And I'm going to move this a little bit closer as well. That looks great. It's not perfect, but it's like... It kind of also fits with the, like, medieval looking theme. Like the room divider works, you know? Thank you so much, Lizzie. That was a brilliant idea. Nice. Yeah. Yay! Okay, that makes me really happy. Now no one's going to be cheating. No one's going to be seeing what's happening next. No one's going to be spoiled. Ugh. That's great. That was what it needed. That's what the room needed. I like it. Yay! That's so exciting. Okay. Towel rack. That's what I was gonna do for... Yeah, let's do... Do something like this here. Yeah. Okay. And then... I think that there's like a little bath accessory that I want to add. The one that like sits next to the... Not the toilet, the bathtub on the floor. Stream elements. Come on. Like clutter? I don't know. Probably in clutter. Hold on. Decorations. Ooh, a rope would be nice. Yeah. What color do we want it to be, though? Kind of like the brown, though. Let's see. Ooh, this feels like it would be in here. But I think I want it small, and I want it on top of, oops, on top of this. I didn't listen to the last 15 to 20 minutes of stream. Sorry if I didn't answer something. No worries. Mags, do you want to see what Lizzie's idea was? real quick before you have to head out again? Look at this. Lizzie was like, it would be really nice to have like a DM, like, oh, I forget what they're called. DM, hold on. DM screen. And I was like, I can't think of anything that we could use to like make that work. And then I was like, if you can think of something, let me know. But I was trying to think like we don't have folders or anything. And Lizzie was like, what about a room divider? So we made the room divider smaller. And now we have a DM screen, right? Isn't that so good? It's exactly what we needed. I'm realizing now it is clipping at the bottom, but no one would really be able to tell. So I think it's fine. We could raise it up more too, but I feel like this height is fine. I feel like if it got any higher, it might be ridiculous. So I'm gonna leave it like that, but I think it looks so good. And this is exactly what we needed, I feel like, to finish off this room and to make it like really obvious what it is, you know? So I feel really good about that. Yes, thank you so much, Lizzie. It's so good. Okay, let's see. This is starting to feel like a spa area, right? I feel like this is looking good. We've got our robe, we've got our towel. I guess we can bring the towel up a little bit. What else? Oh, the bath thing. I was looking for the bath thing. This thing. Like this feels like, but maybe it's too schmancy, or maybe we can tuck it back here so that it's less obvious, you know? I don't know. Maybe we need it. Maybe we don't. Maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? And the pool is such a nice room. You like it? I don't know why it like to the cave and indoor pool spa was my inspiration here. So it feels good. It feels good to me. I don't know why, but it just does. Like I would want a room like this in my house. Are you kidding me? No one's watching me swim. I can just go swim in my private pool and then go and take a bath down here and then sit down and read some magazines. Just chill, you know? Doesn't that sound nice? You know what else we might want, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? Because I was thinking about what I would want. I would also want some chill music, right? So maybe we add like a... I don't necessarily want... Do we want like a speaker in the corner, you know, to play some like chill music? Or do we want... I feel like speaker would be the best option. But I don't want it to be blaring really intense music. We could also put like a gramophone. Old-fashioned music player situation. You don't have to have the candle up here. You could have the gramophone. So that you're listening to some nice chill music, and then it's giving old-timey, but more chill. Does that make sense? Stop, can you face forward? Face it that way. Makes total sense because this house has 15,000 chimneys. Exactly, and we still have to add one more. That's still on the list. Okay. Do we... Hold on. I still want this candle here. I think the light is really nice that it adds to this space, so... Okay, a little bit off this way. Oops. Yeah, that's good. I feel really good about this. I think it's nice. Okay. Yeah, I think that we can call this room done. Yeah. good. I wish I had a tub. Oh, are you a bath person? I do enjoy a tub. I've seen, as we've been like looking at pictures of houses we could potentially move into, we've seen some tubs where it's a tub, but then like the wall behind the tub is a really big window that looks into the backyard. And I'm like, oh my God, that would be so nice. I don't regulate temperature well, so whenever I take a bath, I tend to feel really, really sick afterwards because I get really easily dehydrated and have a hard time cooling down afterwards. But I'm like, I would spend time in a bath if I could lounge in the bath and look out into my backyard and look at the nature while I'm in the bath. Are you kidding me? That'd be so nice. Quick question. Why do you move the furniture? Why do you move this furniture to adjust a floating object? Why do you move the furniture? Do you mind describing more what the question is? Like, was there something specifically I was moving that I did that for? Because that might give me more context as to what you're asking specifically. Same, I just own a shower. Oh. I really want, I think of, what's the, I think they're called like rain showers where the water's coming from the top. I think that those would be really fun. But then also, you know, I step out of the shower so that I can breathe better. But if the water is falling from the ceiling, I feel like it'd be hard to like step out of it because usually like my shower head comes out from the wall in the front. So, you know, you can just step out of it to like be able to breathe and not breathe in water. But if you're like constantly getting drenched from above, I feel like it would be harder to do that. I don't know. So you moved the candle a little bit and moved the furniture. Oh, yes. Okay. Objects like these in the game. Let me see if I'll show you with like a kitchen counter real quick. So the kitchen counter, if I put down a kitchen counter and then I wanted to put, what's something small that I could put? Like this, let's say I wanted to put this candle here, but I want it to be like in the very back corner of this counter. So there are specific spots that this item slots into. So I can't actually push this back into this back corner because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like there are, depending on how you angle it, there's a limited number of specific spots that I can slot it to. If I want to alt place it though, what I can do is first I have to place it on the counter so that it's at the height of the counter. Then I can move the counter, alt place the candle to exactly where I would want it to be on the counter, and then I can put the counter there. But as you can see, there's some trial and error because you don't know exactly where the counter is going to land. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. But then I can put exactly on the counter where I want it to be, and then I can place whatever that way. Versus if I were to try and put these milks here, there are very specific slots that I can put them in, so they might be overlapping, and there's a limited number of them I can put down because there are a specific number of slots. Does that make sense? Thank you for asking. I never thought to explain that, but yeah, it probably would have been important for me to explain that at some point. Same, I'd love to have the option of taking a bath. I loved bathing and playing in the tub as a child. Yeah, it was so much fun. Taking a bath as a kid, especially bubble baths, come on. So fun. I get that, but why do you have to move the counter away to place the candle in a specific spot? Oh, I got it. You got it. Okay, cool. Why don't you just move the candle? Does it keep snapping? Yes, it keeps snapping. Yup. It does keep snapping. Because there are specific slots that the Sims team has said this is where you put things. And then there are other things too. There are some like cabinets and things that they have a shelf like at the bottom, but there's no like an object won't snap into it automatically because they didn't program for a spot for that to snap to. So then you're left with having to alt place it if you want anything in that empty shelf. That is all you can do in that situation. Speaking of, I'm going to put some wine bottles in here as well. Oh, can I not? Yeah, see, these are snapping forward. These are CC, so it shouldn't be. Yeah, it's a bummer. What do I want to put in there? I feel like I gotta put something in there. They're just empty shelves otherwise. Maybe I can put some, like, shampoo? Do we have, like, shampoo bottles or something? Hold on, let's see here. Something like this. Oh, no. We could also put, like, rock collections and stuff. That could be cool. Sorry. Let's see. Crystals? Yeah, crystals are good vibes, right? Oh, wow, that's huge. Green? It's the rock collection. Fossils? Salt and pepper shakers. We could put some containers here for like bath salts. Is there like a... Maybe I can make this smaller. Can I make it snap? Nope, it won't snap to the top shelf. Just kidding. There we go. Sure, that works. I just wanted something in there so that it's not bare. Thanks, I saw it happening a few times and had to ask. Yeah, no worries. No worries at all. Question of the day. I have not, but I'd really like to make a costume to and cosplay my own D&D character. Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun. I've played her for maybe 3 years now over 2 different campaigns, and so she's very dear to me. Oh my gosh, I love that. Bath salts. Well, not the drug bath salts, the like legitimate, the salts that you put in a bath. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like Epsom salts? Right? I mean, I don't really know anything about drugs, so I could... Does the drug bath salt look like salt? I don't know. It could be in there. Who knows? I'll never tell. Ooh, a pheasant feather. That's cool. Some friends of mine had a campaign, and at the end of it, they had a party and made cheap cosplays of their own characters to celebrate. That is so fun. That sounds like such a blast. Okay. I feel like we definitely can call the dungeon done. I didn't check that off yet. We added a huge item. We checked that off. The indoor pool we can check off. We have to add a toilet somewhere. So I think I'm going to add that to the bunker. It would make sense there. So the next room we're going to be working on is the bunker. I feel like... Where do we want the bunker to be, though? It could be really interesting to add a bunker to the end of this hallway. That would make sense, right? Random toilet time? Exactly. RTT. Oh no. If we make them an acronym, it's gonna stick. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just kidding. That is very funny. Random toilet time. Little party. I wasn't on that one, but I saw the pictures and it looked like a lot of fun indeed. I've already forgotten what I said. I'm sorry. My brain is also very much not functioning today again. I unfortunately laid down after being super anxious right before stream, and then my body was like, "You're exhausted." And I was like, well, this is not what I wanted. I was high energy before I laid down, and then my eyes started closing when I laid down. I was like, I need more energy for stream than this, body. Could you cut me a break, please? I need Breakos to help make it popular. Yeah, you do. You do. And Breakos is on the road in Nebraska right now, so Breakos can't help you. Okay. What door... I'm sorry, I feel like I screamed there. What door looks like a bunker door? This tiny door. What door is giving, I am a bunker? These are all pet doors, but they'd be so perfect if they were big. This is also pet doors. These pet doors all look like bunker doors. Maybe a double door? Or do we want a door that kind of blends in? Also, don't worry about it and feel free to take breaks like you did last stream. I should take a break. At this point, we have 50 minutes of stream left. Is this a weird time to take a break? I told myself I was going to take a break during the last ad break, and then I completely forgot. Oh. What about this one? Yeah. This one, it doesn't show up like... Hold on. Oh, okay. Hold on. Please hold. Or what I could do is... I could do like this. Hold on. What about we move this room? What about we put it right here? And then what we do is we add like a very nondescript... You're starting a new room, so break time is actually perfect. That's true. That's true. Okay. Let me add this door real quick before I forget. There's this really weird hallway. My vision is we add a very nondescript door to the side of this hallway here. That almost blends in. In my head, it blends in better than it does in real life, but just a very plain, what's the most plain door? Like this. Like it almost looks like a utility closet, you know? And then that leads, yeah, like that. That leads into the skinny hallway that then leads into the bunker room. So it's multiple, like, levels of protection. This needs to be facing the other way. There we go. Like this. Yeah. Yes. Maybe right here. Okay. Yeah, that's my vision. That is my vision. Okay, and then we'll continue working on the bunker once we get off our break. I'm not sure how many people are actively in today, so I do need to double check. If you want to do words on stream while we're on break, go ahead and put a W in the chat. If there's only a couple of people, I might not run it just because I don't want y'all drowning, unless y'all are up for the challenge. I don't want y'all drowning in the words. There's 2 people. Is there anyone else who wants to do words on stream during break? And if it's just you 2, Lizzie and Mags, do you feel up for the challenge? Oh, I think I heard Tomato come running to do words on stream outside. I have caught him doing that once before. Are you suggesting Lizzie Tomato and I can't do it? I am not suggesting that at all. And I'm hearing that as please let us play words on stream. Y'all have got this. Okay, let me get that set up. I'm gonna put that there so that I don't accidentally close it out. That's so funny. Just tomatoes pitter patter outside the door. I can't remember if I saved when I did that, so let's just go ahead and save. Oops, my bad. I made mint syrup. Ooh, how do you make mint syrup? Do you have to juice the mints? Do you make mint tea and then make syrup out of that? How does that work? Tell me more. I'm curious. Runs away. That's rude. I spooky. Ah! Throw it into water and sugar. Gotcha. Wow. I'll have to try that. What do you put your mint syrup on? Hello, Helios. How are you? Welcome in. Hello, how's everything going? Everyone having a good day / night. Yes, everything is going well. You want to see what we've worked on so far? Not to brag. We did a D&D dungeon down here in our basement. That's what that looks like. And then we have a secret door behind this bookcase that leads to a hall of riddles. For each riddle you solve, you get to go further through a door. And it leads you to a cupcake machine where you can make yourself cupcakes. That is your reward. We also have a underground indoor cave pool that is also a spa. Why? Because I can. I don't know. This was my vision when I thought of it, so this is what I wanted to do. So we've got this little spa area, and now we've created in these weird hallways that the game won't let me delete. I put a little like maintenance closet door thing along this wall in the hallway that leads to a more protected bunker door where we are now going to create our bunker. So that's where we're at so far. That's what we've been working on. And beat up the mint leaves. That makes sense, to release the oils, then shake it. Gotcha. Then do it again before straining. Okay. So you beat them up a lot. Got it. And then what do you put it on though? Like, what do you eat it with? Or do you just drink straight mint syrup and wait a day? Okay, so they said, oh, and coffee. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna start growing my own mint once we move. So once I get enough mint again, I'll have to try it. Thank you for putting me onto that because I'm excited to try it. Okay, bunker. In a bunker, I'm picturing like, for me, a bunker is kind of dull, spooky, scary. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Like, it's like not a place that you want to be. But I did watch a video about someone in Vegas who made themselves a bunker that feels like the outdoors. So they literally made it to where like they built a house in their bunker. So it had like exterior walls and everything. And then they had a yard with like patio chairs and everything down there. And they had a pool outside their house, but it was still an indoor pool and things like that. Apparently you can tour it when you go to Vegas, but it looks really cool. So do we want like spooky, scary bunker type vibes, or do we want cozy bunker vibes? I feel like spooky, scary would make the most sense because it's the opposite of the rest of the house. But what do y'all think? I am avoiding buying Starbucks. Fair. This is my first attempt. I'll tell you how it goes. Okay, sounds good. Grimy. Yeah, kind of grimy, kind of like I don't want to be down here. So when I think of that, I think of like, I don't think we have the lights, but literally in in our house. We have those like really, like they're flat and they're long and they're like LED type lights on the ceiling. Luckily ours aren't LED, or else it would bother me that the bulbs aren't LED, but it's like, you know, like very cold office type lighting. That's what I think of when I think of a bunker, which is where I was getting to when I was explaining that thought. Speaking of avoiding Starbucks, I have made a copycat chai tea syrup that I do have in my kitchen right now. So I do make my own syrups as well. I have a chai tea syrup that I put into stuff for lattes. My God. Yes, fluorescent lights. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Sounds scary, TBH. Yes, scary. Okay. We'll go for the more spooky, I don't want to be here type vibes. We will need to exchange recipes. Yeah. I love chai. It's so good. It's so good. I also have this place locally that I can't say the name of, or else I'll dox myself, but they have the best matcha. And so I was making myself matcha lattes, but matcha has a ton of caffeine and I can't really do caffeine, so I had to give it up. But it was really nice to make matcha lattes and matcha frappuccinos with that. But I didn't make a syrup with it. I just used the powder for that one. I have lots of syrups, but I don't make them myself. One of them is a chai one. Nice. What other syrups do you have? I think, by the way, the recipe that I use for the chai tea syrup is just called like Starbucks chai tea syrup or chai syrup copycat recipe or something like that. Like some combination of those names. So yeah, should be pretty easy to find, I think. I don't think we have any fluorescent type lights, but I guess we could just go with like these big saucer ones. And then for a bunker, you would probably want like a whole pantry of stuff, right? I'm thinking like this isn't a place to be comfy cozy. This is a place where you want to be safe. So maybe we'd have like these concrete walls. Maybe, let's see, or yeah, I kind of like the tile concrete walls. It makes it more obvious what it is. We would probably want some concrete floor. I think that is the same thing. I guess we could just leave this floor, right? Construction quality concrete. We could just change the color. Oof, I don't like that though. I just kind of like the gray. Yeah. And then, do we have any like pantry things in The Sims? POV technician who still puts batteries in the wrong way. Oh, I'm sorry, I lost the context for that one. What was that? Was that about something that I mentioned? I'm really sorry, my brain is not functioning today, so that's my bad. Let's see. POV technician who still... Oh, it wasn't in context of something I said. Gotcha. Technician who still puts batteries in the wrong way. That sounds like it would be me. That sounds like I wouldn't put it past me to do that. I probably have done that before. Okay, so I'm thinking like we would want pantry items, but we want like shelves. Putting batteries in my mouse. I pushed it up. Oh no. Oh no. Well, at least you know. But how long did it take you to figure it out? Was it really quickly or did it take you a second? 3 batteries. It took you 3 batteries to figure it out. Oh. Well, you figured it out eventually, and that's what's important. Okay, city electrical box for displaying posters. I feel like this looks like something that would be in a bunker. I understand it's an electrical box. Maybe it's our electrical box for our bunker. This is where we're running all our energy from. It just feels correct to me. What's this? Oh, a time capsule. Might be nice to have a time capsule in here. You know, in case you're down there for a really long time. What if... Okay, thought. What if we had a garden bed? Can we do that? Hold on. What if we had... Can we grow stuff? Yeah, we can grow stuff in there, right? What if we had some garden beds to grow food, right? And then we can put lights there and pretend they're grow lights. Maybe along this entire wall. There's... maybe not the entire wall. Maybe we do 4? I don't know. Maybe just 3. Okay. I'm adding a toilet because we have to. Because that was part of the wheel spin. Which toilet looks like you would find it in a bunker? We could do a squat toilet. Sure, why not? Yeah. Mojito, mint, spearmint, vanilla, salty caramel, toffee nut, chai, pumpkin spice, Aperol, coffee, maybe some others as well. I have a lot. Oh my gosh. Some for coffee and some for cocktails / mocktails. Wow, you are set. Oh my gosh. I'm so jealous. These are goals, honestly. Lots of money goes into that. Yeah. I should get a syrup rack. You should. Make it cutesy. Why not, right? If that's something that, like, you know that you have often, like, it makes sense to have something to, like, you know, display them proudly. Say, I'm a syrup person. Okay, I want to find, like, in my head, a tall wire shelf to put all of these on. You know, like those cheapo wire shelves that you would find in a pantry? That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we have anything like that in The Sims. Charming shelf wall add-on. Interesting. So I'm going to pull out things that I think would work, and then we'll go from there. Okay, there's also these shelves. Does this come in a different color? It comes in white. We could do white. I'm not opposed to that. I do kind of like the, like, beaten up look. But it also kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Like, you know, the fear of holes situation. For some reason, this kind of wood grain gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. Don't know why. Oh, this one doesn't... Ugh. This one comes in like that color, but the shelf doesn't. Boo. Reclaimed plank. Those look too nice. There's that shelf. That's that one. Okay. Maybe do that. I don't know what that is. Back of stove, got it. That looks too nice as well. Do we have another colorway that... I don't know, it kind of looks too nice. It would work, but it looks too nice. This, maybe. Let's see. Celebrate your syrups, add whimsy, exactly. See, this is why I want to make my own. Saves money. Yeah. I know I'm not really an alcohol drinker, but I really like the idea of trying a whole bunch of different, like, mocktails, because when you drink alcohol, you have such a large variety and amount of drinks that you get to choose from, versus when you are not drinking, like, mocktails, then it's like it's juice, water, soda, you know? So I've thought about like trying to make myself mocktails, but then whenever I look at a recipe, it's like you have to buy all of these things for it. And I'm like, I'm going to use these maybe once or twice in a year. I cannot justify paying $80 for 2 drinks. I just can't. It's just not in my budget. Let's see. Very true. I've been thinking about it myself, but never feel like I have the time, energy, ingredients. Yeah. And it's about weighing the pros and cons for yourself, right? Like if you don't have the time, energy, and ingredients, if it's going to be a lot more of a waste of ingredients if you're buying the ingredients to make it, if you are a busy person or you struggle with energy in general, like it's about weighing all those pros and cons. Some ways work for some people and other ways work for others. Okay. Ooh, something like this. This maybe looks a little modern, but it's like, you know, you would find like big shelves. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I wish it was wire, but I don't think we have anything like that. So we won't do that. Okay, in a bunker, ideally, you have everything that you would need to survive. So we would need, like, basically we need to do an entire house in this little space. I want to do, okay, is this just for kids? This cot? Or does this fit adults? I really don't know. Also, how many cots do we want? Like how, hey chat, how many people do we think live in this house? Because realistically, oh no, my door disappeared. I don't even remember what door I had there. That sucks. That's rude. Anyways, how many people do you think live in here? Because that's how many cots we need for our bunker. So it might mean we need to make it a little bit bigger. Let's see, if I find any simple recipes, I'll send them you right. Oh, that's so nice of you. Let's see, the mint one can be done with a lot of things. Strawberries, for example. Yes, I make strawberry syrup often. Like, very often. Because I use it, oh, Uberlini, I use the strawberry syrup to make myself, I don't know if you like strawberry frappuccinos from Starbucks, but you can make your own at home. So I use my strawberry syrup for that. Just to let you know. Just in case that's the thing you like. Let's see, water's added. I have a mocktail book, oh my gosh, and a D&D cocktail one, but I don't make it very often, but wanted to make the mocktail one so I could make fancy drinks without the alcohol. That sounds incredible. I should probably just like check out a mocktail book from the library or something and see if there's any that I could do affordably. 7. Okay, 7 easily, either 1 or 7 plus. That's true. I could see one person living here too. No in between. Okay, should we go for the max? Because you can have a max of 8 Sims in one household. So we could just go for the full max. I believe that bed is a child bed. Yes, dang it. Do we have any adult cots then? Let's see. Or do we have any cots that look like... Hold on. Maybe I can search cot. No? Shoot. Okay. Well. How do I make the fraps? I've never tried. Yeah. So, the recipe that I use... Shoot. I think it's... I might just have to send it to you. Let me make a note for myself. Strawberry frap. What was the other one? Oh, the chai syrup. I've made a note to myself. It might be a couple days until I get to it, because sometimes I don't take a look at my notebook again until a couple of days after stream, but I will send them to you. But from what I remember, it is the, you do the strawberry syrup, or you can do fresh strawberries. And then you do ice, you do milk. What else? Tomato, do you remember? It's like very simple. It's very simple. And it also makes you realize that like Starbucks is probably not spending a lot of money on making them. So it makes making them at home feel a lot more worth it, because you're not paying for somebody else to make it when it's so easy and doesn't like use up ingredients that you don't normally have at home anyways. So yeah, but I will find it and send it. Okay, Max. Okay. I have 7 Sims in my current save file. I'm a micromanager in The Sims, so it's hell. Yeah, I don't do very well past 1 Sim. You may have noticed that I haven't really done any Let's Plays in live mode in The Sims, and that's because when we were doing our Very Veggie, I was overwhelmed and I just had 1 Sim. I prefer playing the live mode when I don't have to like be splitting my attention, so that I can fully focus and I can pause as I need to, and I don't have to like try and remember to be entertaining, because then I can just kind of play at my own pace. But playing live mode live on stream is still not something that I can do. We will be doing one Let's Play in live mode coming up with our Mean Girl. We made our Mean Girl from the Stardew Valley Mean Girl Let's Play in The Sims, so we will be doing a Let's Play there. But I think it'll be easier because I'll have very specific goals to work on, and I don't think I'm gonna play with more than 1 Sim either. We'll have another Sim in the household, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about her. I think I'm just gonna focus on 1 character. We'll see how it goes. Okay, can adults use bunk beds or no? Like, these are just for kids as well, correct? I don't know what looks like the best, like... It would be nice if it told me if it were a kid bed too. I don't know what the best bed is for a bunker. This, like, also looks... Maybe this? We could make everything white to make everything look sterile. Maybe that's what we go for, is like make everything look sterile. Maybe I do. Oops. Maybe this one. Okay. We might have to make a bigger room, so let me just place things down and we'll go for it. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We could also, what we could do, hold on. Maybe another thing that we do is we make a door into the void, and then we make it not a void. We can like make more space, but then it's like everything is still open to everything. Like no one gets the luxury of privacy when you're in the bunker. I don't know how I'm doing that. You know what I mean? Can I delete this one wall? Yes. Okay, let me. Great. So then this would be like the sleeping room, but then there's no privacy going in. RTT. I know that's the toilet reference. What does it stand for again? RTT. Random toilet time. That's what it is. Random toilet time. Okay. Yeah, so I have my toilet here. This is a standing toilet, or a squatting toilet, I should say. So I have my toilet here. I'll move it around to wherever feels more appropriate, but I do have it. So it's there. It is saved for us to use. Let's move. kind of want there to be enough space beside each bed for like a side table, which is why I'm spacing them this way. And then maybe in the corners we can do, oh, I don't know. Hold on. Shoot. You know what? Maybe we do this then. And then maybe we make it one tile bigger. Yeah, let's make it one tile bigger. Just one. Oh, that was one. Oh, okay. I see. Then maybe we put, I don't know, maybe dressers along here? Dressers. What is a very sterile looking dresser? This basement scares me. Well, that is because we are in the bunker part of the basement. So we are now creating the bunker, and I did ask chat, do we want something that's like a cozy bunker that you would be okay with living in for like the next several years after an apocalyptic event? Or do we want something like spooky, scary, I'm uncomfortable being here? And chat said, spooky, scary, I'm uncomfortable being here. So now I'm making it as uncomfortable as possible. And I decided to make everything as white as possible because I want it to feel very sterile, almost like a hospital. I'm uncomfortable in hospitals. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah, so we're making everything really sterile, very, very, I don't want to stay here for too long type of energy. But you gotta take a look at the rest of our basement because it's fun. Question of the day, I have not yet cosplayed, but if I do go to a con, I'll dress as the queen from the game, the Dark Queen of Mortholm. Am I saying that right? I don't think I've heard of that game. What does the queen look like? And also, while you're typing that out, I need you to take a look at this. So this is our D&D dungeon in the basement. This is Lizzie's brilliant idea to use room dividers as the DM screen, which is fantastic. Then we have a secret door behind this bookshelf where you have to answer riddles to get through each of these doors down this long hallway in order to get to your reward, which is cupcakes from the cupcake machine. And then we have our cave pool. So this is our pool surrounded by rocks. And then it's also a spa. So you have a little spa area where you can relax, take a bath, read your magazines, listen to some music on the gramophone, drink some wine, all of the things. So it's a pretty cool basement. And then how you get into the bunker is down this long hallway. I added a very nondescript door that might look like it goes to like a utility closet or something. And then behind that, there's this door. Actually, maybe I add this light here. Hold on. Right here. Yeah. So there's this door that has the safety locks and everything. And then behind that is our bunker that we're currently working on. So yeah. Pretty proud of everything so far. That's so smart. What are the riddles? Ooh, great question. I was thinking like the DM could use the hallway in their like story in order to get them there. Like, so I guess it depends on the campaign. But we could come up with some riddles. What are y'all's favorite riddles? Do y'all have any favorite riddles? Let me know. I can only think of the ones from The Hobbit. That's the only thing I can think about. It's just a solitary confinement. No big deal. It's fine. Okay. So, I do like the lights there. Okay, we were looking for sterile dressers. So I'm thinking we go with white again. White dressers. We could do something like this. Each side of the room gets their own dresser. That's all you get, though. We could do some, like... maybe that's too much storage. What are they going to be wearing? The same thing every day, probably, right? I guess this looks the cheapest, but I kind of like the idea of the wardrobe, though. Because it's less homey. To me, it's a little bit more industrial. Does that make sense? We could also do something like this. No, I kind of like those. I kind of like those. Okay. And then bedside tables. We wanted to do those as well. How's your day going, though, Classy? What have you been up to today? Anything good going on? Side tables. Yeah, this is like very plain. It is a warmer white than I would like, though. Let's do gray. Yeah, I like the gray. That's more along the lines of what I want. Okay, and we'll move them once I've copied all of the ones that we need. Okay. Side table. Imagine living here with your 7 family members. It'd be super fun. It's almost like a summer camp. Right? Yeah, I like that. Hello, Lexi. Just dropping by to say hello. Hope everyone is having a good weekend. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good weekend as well. What do you think of our bunker so far? Comfy cozy, right? Thank you so much for stopping in. Let's see. Thank you so much for watering your streamer tomato. That's terrifying, right? Right? That's what we're going for. Underground bunker. Thank you so much for the follow, Rabley fam. I think I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you for getting us one step closer to 250 followers. That's very nice of you. I hope your day is going well. If you feel like popping into the chat, please feel free, but we are lurker friendly, so please don't feel obliged. But we're happy you're here. Thank you for redeeming I'm new. You look at a ship with many people on it, but when you look again, there's not a single person in sight. How is that possible? That's a riddle my DM gave to us once. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah, Lexi, I don't know if you're still here, but you play D&D. You'll appreciate this. This is our D&D dungeon. Huh? Huh? You like it? And then we have a riddle hallway. That's why we're talking about riddles, by the way. You have to answer a riddle to get through all 3 of these doors down this long hallway, and your reward is a cupcake from the cupcake machine at the end. So, you might appreciate that. Let me see. Ship with many people on it, but when you look again, there's not a single person in sight. OMG, that's incredible. I want to play there, right? I think it's super fun. And then Lizzie came up with the idea of using, the DM screen is actually multiple room dividers that I've made smaller and lifted up so that it can go around the DM's like notes and stuff, which is so cool. Davy Jones ship. That's really good. Yeah, my immediate thought is, I don't think I'm going to use any of these shelves, actually. They feel a little too much like home. My immediate thought goes to, like, sea madness or something. like you're hallucinating, but it's like, it's a riddle. That's not how that works. Might not be able to fit that then. I wish I had something that would fit there easily. I guess I could just put another one of these garden things. Clipping. And then what I need to do too is to make a kitchen, because we need some place to cook, but I want it to be the saddest kitchen in the world, like very temporary kitchen vibes, you know? Ooh, that goes well there actually, right next to this. Does this? No, okay, I can't paint that. And then can I paint these at all? I can, we can make them white. Heck yeah. Brilliant, right? I liked this one that was in a campaign once for a riddle. When you come to the end of all you know, I am there. I start out wonderful, but then begin worse. I am terrible with riddles. Fair. I don't think I'm great at them either. Lizzie trademarked. It is Lizzie trademarked. To the end of all you know, I'm there. Start out wonderful, but then begin worse. Okay. I don't want to like say anything out loud because if other people are trying to figure it out, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm thinking I know where that one's going. I don't know the end of it, but I think I know where it's going. I figured out the Lizzie riddle, not sure if I'm allowed to answer. How do y'all feel? Do y'all want the answer for the Lizzie riddle, or do you want time to figure it out on your own? Actually, you know what? Maybe Tomato, if you want to put it in the Discord with the spoiler stuff around it, so that if people want to know, you can put it in there and just say the answer to Lizzie's riddle, and then put the 2 lines before and after the actual answer itself. You can do that, just so that we can give people time, because Tomato is very smart and fast at things like this. Usually takes me quite a bit longer than Tomato to figure things out. Okay, what was I looking for just now? Oh, this is time capsule. We can put the time capsule in here. Let's see. Okay. I think that this is a good start for our bunker. We are at the end of stream time. We've kind of organized the stuff that we've already put in here, but I know we need to put like a kitchen. We need to have a bathroom, and I think in order to like honor the wheel spin, we have to have the like toilet out in the open, because the wheel spin was add a toilet to the current room. So we don't want to create a bathroom for the toilet to be in. So I think everything is just going to be in these big square spaces. So like the bathroom sink, the toilet, the kitchen, all of those things are going to be in these spaces without doors and walls to it. That also feels appropriate for a bunker. So I think we'll stop here for today. And then the next time we work on this, we'll continue to work on the bunker and kind of build it out, flesh it out a bit more. I'm realizing that I didn't put the walls back here, or the wallpaper back there. So let's do that. We'll save here and we'll continue next time. But I'm really proud of what we've done so far. It's looking really good. And we are almost getting down to the end of our list. So what we have left is to add 5 gnomes to the lot. We can add those anywhere. We need to create a black themed room with all bunny items. We need to add a wishing well somewhere on the property. We need to make a cat room. We're currently working on the bunker, and we need to add a chimney. So actually the only room we have left to add after this one is a cat room, which we'll probably place upstairs somewhere. And then everything else is just adding items. Oh no, and we have to do the bunny room as well, the black themed room with the bunnies. So 2 more rooms and then everything else is items, and then we're done with the the list that our donors requested and or that happened with the wheel spins during our fundraiser, which is crazy that it's taken me this long. I think this is part 7 of us decorating this mansion. I've had such a blast doing it though. It has been so fun to like play around like this and not have these really formal guidelines around like what a normal house should look like, and just to play. This has been so fun. Again, I hope that y'all have been enjoying watching this as well. I think it's been really, really a blast. So yeah. Let's see. Thank you for streaming. This mansion project is very fun to watch. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Hello, Rabley. Welcome in. Rabley said it is. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. That's awesome. That makes me really happy. All right, this is our overview of the basement so far. This is how big our lot is. Isn't that wild? I think it's so fun. All right, let's save, and then we'll hop over to facecam and close out and find someone to raid.